Oh my gosh, guys, it may not look like it right now because the sun is streaming in my windows, but it's starting to get dark out at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Currently, it is 2 o'clock and the sun is starting to set. Remember those times where, you know, the sun set at like 9? Yeah, we need to get back to that. Hello everyone, I am here today with another buy or buy. And today's is all around the brand Urban Decay, and I love Urban Decay. I think it is a great brand. They have a ton of different selections. I really got into it starting with the Naked palette, as I'm sure a lot of you did. And so today I wanted to kind of go through my collection and pick out my absolute favorite ones that are just the best. I love them so much. Things that are okay, but there are things about it I don't really like, and the things that just did not work out at all for me. Now, I have not tried everything that Urban Decay has to offer. There are many things that are probably missing from this buy or buy that I still need to go out and try. I tried to get a good selection though, and I will certainly do a part 2 of this buy or buy as well, because Urban Decay is just a constantly expanding brand and they have tons of different products being launched every single season. So don't worry, there will be a round 2 of this video. Though for those of you that aren't familiar with my buy or buys, I do an emoji rating scale. So I rate each category of products, if I'm doing one on a particular brand, out of like an emoji scale of like 5. And I try to pick different emojis that kind of represent what I'm talking about, or sometimes it's random. Right now, I don't actually have one prepared.
Burn up emojis!
So you know what, let's do the office building, because like Urban Decay, you know, like. So now that we have the emoji rating scale, let's get into the products. All right, so first let's start on a positive note. We're gonna start with the best products. Think like the skyscrapers or those really fancy like mirrored buildings. I love those, although I really feel sorry for the people who have to clean those. That's a lot of mirrors. I can't even clean this mirror. I don't even remember the last time I cleaned that mirror. Oh, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. So first I want to talk about a palette, and it's probably not the palette that you're thinking of. This is actually the Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics palette. I have been using this a ton lately, and I am obsessed with this. I'm actually not a big, huge fan of the Naked palettes in comparison to some of the other palettes that I have, but this palette is incredible. The pigmentation is really nice. It goes on very smoothly onto the eyes. It's not chalky in any way, and there's a great variety of matte shades that are just beautiful. We have the nice kind of terracotta warm tones, and then we have the purpley cool tones up here, and it's just a ton of variety from light to dark, and I love this palette. I think if you're going to invest in one Naked palette that has to do with the whole Urban Decay line, I highly recommend this one if you like more of like the natural looks. It is beautiful, it is pigmented, it is great for every day. I have it on the eyes right now, and I love it. Next are their Afterglow highlights. I love these. I have all 3 of them. I'm actually wearing Fireball on my cheeks right now, which is a very pretty peachy shade, which I like to kind of shimmerize my blush. Shimmerize isn't a word, but we're gonna go with it. This right here is Aura, which is a beautiful sort of a soft, cool toned pink highlight. They are really smooth and buttery. They go on really nicely onto the skin and give a nice highlight. You can layer it so it gets like a really strong highlight, but you can also make it a little bit more subtle if you want. Overall, I really, really like these highlights and I highly recommend them. The Urban Decay Liquid Moondust eyeshadow in the shade is Space Time. I really, really love this shade. There aren't a ton of them within this line that I love because I find them to just tons and tons of fallout and not enough pigmentation. But this color in particular is very, very pigmented in this nice sort of a bronzy tone, and it looks really, really pretty on the eyes. I actually wear this as a liner. It adds this nice little golden gleam to the eyes without being kind of over the top, and it's very subtle and subdued, and it's gorgeous. I really love this shade in particular. And the last product I want to talk to is their color correcting fluid. In particular, I really like the peach color for correcting any under eye circles. They're very nice and liquidy too, so I find that putting them under the eyes is a little bit easier, not gonna get really clumpy or chalky or really heavy. I also really like the pink shade as well. Really nice for brightening the under eye circles. Just overall, they've worked really, really well for me. Now onto the products that are fine. I do like them, but I find that there's something within it that I don't really like, which prevents it from me from wearing it a lot. So think like 3 office buildings out of 5. It's fine, it works, it's just not your favorite if you could pick an office building. What a weird emoji system. I don't know why I chose that, but we're going with it. So first of all is the Naked palette. Now there are a lot of things about the Naked palette that I do like. I like the variety. I think that there are some great matte shades in here. There are some shimmery shades. However, overall, anything that has any sort of glitter in it has so much fallout, is insane. It is not pigmented at all and really, really irritates me. I think out of all of them, I probably like the original Naked palette the best out of all three, or four. Is it four now? I think it's four. But yeah, for me, I know a lot of people love these and they are a great palette. It's just not my absolute favorite of everything within the Urban Decay line. Another palette is the Urban Decay Moondust palette. I actually have it on my lids right now. They're super shimmery and pretty, and they go on layered on top of eyeshadow really, really nicely. And I like that they have some pigmentation behind all of these sparkles, and they have that nice foiled effect, and they're not too crazy, so they're still wearable, but they're not like, you know, just sparkles either. The downside is you have to be very careful when you're applying these. Definitely use a synthetic brush when you're applying these and pat it into the shadows. Don't swirl it around because it gets very chalky and there's tons of fallout under the eyes otherwise. But using a synthetic brush I've had a ton of success with that. I've used them wet and dry with a ton of success, but again, glitter, you need to use the right primer, otherwise you're gonna have all the glitter under your eyes, which is not where you want it. Or maybe it is. I'm not gonna judge. Next up is the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. The pros about this is it does make your makeup last forever. Well, maybe not forever. I haven't actually tried that. You spray it on the face and you let it sit, and it just like sticks your makeup to your face, and it just keeps it there adhered all night long. It's a really great product. The one downside to this product is I do not recommend using this once you put on mascara, because that mascara is gonna go from your lashes to below your lashes, and it's not pretty. This has happened to me a number of times, and so the only way I will do this is I will apply all of my makeup, spray it, let it sit, get it like nice and dry, and then I'll apply my mascara, and then it's fine. But otherwise, I don't know, it just ruins my mascara. Not exactly the look I'm going for with a makeup setting spray. Now on to the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealers. Now this is tough, and I didn't know what category to put these in because I do really love these. So I'm gonna give these more of a 4 office buildings out of 5 versus a 3, because I do love them and I think they go on really nicely on the skin and they cover things up really nicely. However, they do not cover up my under eye circles at all. They do nothing to them. It's just sort of like, you know, some paler concealer, and then, oh, look at that, you can see like the purple just shining right through. I tried layering it over and over and over, and I just can't get enough coverage under there. Doesn't crease under the eyes, that's a great thing about it, but it doesn't cover those under eye circles as much as I would like it to, so it's a little bit too thin for me. It's not enough coverage for that, but everywhere else, it's awesome. And the last thing that is really good, it's just not my favorite thing, and that is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencils. I love these because they're very creamy, they go on really nice and dark and really bold on the eyes, and they have tons of color selections. So if you're not like super into the colored liners, but you wanna get into it a little bit, they have nice deep maroons and deep emerald greens and blues and things like that that are really wearable for every day, and they're gorgeous. But I find I don't get a ton of success applying this to the waterline. And I know they have a waterline specific formula. That one is pretty good. It's pretty good. It works fairly well. But by the end of the day, I still find I get like a little bit underneath here, which is unfortunate. So I apply them sort of the top of the lash line, and they stay put, and they're great. But yeah, on the waterline, I would not recommend these. And then the last category, the 1 office building out of 5. Those are those sketchy buildings like on the outskirts of town that have like the broken windows, and you're like, I don't need to go do that. And the first product I want to talk about is the All Nighter Waterproof Longwear Liquid Foundation. And I had been hearing so much about this product. There was a ton of hype around its launch. I was really excited about it. It has a ton of pigmentation, so you don't need to keep layering foundation on your face. You can just kind of put 1 layer on and go. However, it oxidizes so much on my face. It's crazy. I remember putting it on, I was like, this is the perfect shade. This is fantastic. Like 5 minutes later, I'm like, whoa, Oompa Loompa face. That's the only thing about this product is I wish it didn't oxidize on my face so much. I've tried it with different primers, hoping that would change things. Not so much. I can't do it. I can't make it work, and it's really frustrating. And the last product I want to talk about is the Naked Illuminating Trio. In just swatching this and wearing it on the face, it was just, It was just a ton of glitter. It was a ton of glitter. If you just want to put a lot of glitter on your face though, you probably really like this. The one color I don't mind from this trio is this peachy color right here, and wearing it on top of blush is beautiful. But I do notice throughout the day, I can just see little like sparkles on my cheeks, and I just wish that it just had the shimmeriness without the glitter. I feel like it would be such a better product and I would like it so much more. But just unfortunately for me, I wasn't a huge fan of this particular trio, and I would much prefer the 8-hour Afterglow highlights instead. And that's everything for this video. Give it a thumbs up if you want to see more buy videos, and if there are any particular brands you want me to do them on or any new launches you want me to do them on, leave me a comment in the comment section below. And if you see a brand or a product launch that you want to see for the next buy or buy, don't forget to give that comment a thumbs up so I see it faster. I hope you're all having a wonderful week so far, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Love you girls. Mwah.